Welcome to the Mount Atkinson map table demonstration. When in the Sales Centre office, a user is first presented with this screen. They click here to view the map table. Before they do, they are presented with some simple navigation tips and icons to display the information within the program. They then click here and start with an overall representation of Mount Atkinson. They can simply pan using their finger, or use their fingers and pinch to zoom in and out. Zoom can also be controlled using this user interface to the right. Also here is the ability to rotate the scene, and there is a help button as well, which brings up the same tips that they were greeted with at the beginning. Specific stage areas can be accessed through the top hand corner here. By clicking on the display village, the user is taken directly to the display village with additional information displayed by clicking on this tab. That can include images of the display village and some text describing the display village. The current release can also be accessed. Again, the user is brought specifically to that location within Mount Atkinson, and there is additional information brought up here in the sidebar. The current release map is demonstrated by accessing that particular icon, and the pinch to zoom also works with the release plan. That is exited by hitting the X, as is the sidebar. Another point of interest is, by hitting on this tag here, the user is taken to ground, and by clicking on specific lot numbers, the user can be taken to any lot within that specific stage release. Other areas of interest, such as the town centre, can be accessed using similar types of hotspots, which can be accessed by clicking here. The user can navigate at the ground level by continuing to press these hotspot tags. Again, the user can return to the overview by clicking the Return to Overview button. Specific areas of interest that are on the brochure for the development are highlighted here in the sidebar. As the user navigates around the scene, you will see how these different color-coded elements of interest change as you approach them. These tags can also be switched on and off, although they are switched on by default. And when the user clicks on one of the items of interest, they can go to the area, and there is sometimes media associated with those areas of interest. There is one element, which is the bike paths, that is off by default. But again, if the user would like to view that content, they can switch that on at will. Some of the support graphics to note include a compass with the blue portion of the compass orientated towards Melbourne and the red towards north. You will note how that changes as the view rotates. There is a disclaimer at the bottom of the screen that can be expanded by clicking on the blue text. And finally, if there is no activity for 2 minutes, the scene will revert to the home screen, or the user can access the home screen by hitting the Mount Atkinson logo.